Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my God!
I really hope. Some say it's just a dream, but I truly hope it happens. What do you think? Do you think it's even possibility?
You know, anything can happen in history. I would rather take our entire country back and not allow them to balkanize us, because that's actually in their cards. But if the New World Order just continues to totally destroy the Republic, we'll have to take the states back piece by piece and then decide if we want to reconvene the Union. And that's the power of the states under the 9th and 10th Amendment and the Declaration of Independence Constitution. And so we don't have a choice, and we have to believe that things like that can happen and that we have power and can affect change, because history shows that. That's why the establishment is so scared of us.
Right. We have to keep pushing.
Absolutely. Let's go to calls here. Let's talk to Billy in New Jersey. You're on the air with Aimee Allen.
Hello, Aimee.
Hi.
Hi, I'm a huge fan of your work, and it's like such an honor to speak with you.
Well, thank you.
I'm a songwriter myself, and I have a couple of questions, but I want to ask you, like, how you broke into the industry and how it is expressing yourself. Like, do you find that the music industry is as confined and that the government tries to control it as much as they try to control the movie industry?
Right now I've decided to take the independent route. So I have an independent record label, Sidetrack Records, and we're going through ADA, which is Warner, but with major distribution, but they have no creative control whatsoever on what I do. And I feel like that is the route that real artists need to look into, is to not sign to a major label, but to have an independent label and have their own control over their own destinies. Because if you sign to a major, they will tell you what you can sing, what you cannot sing.
Oh, yeah. I've been approached by Universal and people with my films. And I said no. Mm-hmm. Because you take Jesse Ventura, they gave him a $3 million a year contract for 3 years, $9 million. And with MSNBC, and then he wasn't thinking. As soon as he went in, they said, basically, you're not going to cover anything you want.
Yep.
No anti-war. They had hired him right at the start of the war just to muzzle him, so he left with the money and went and surfed. And then now he's back because he can speak. The contract said he couldn't.
Right.
He couldn't do any media interviews, couldn't write books.
Selling your soul. Exactly.
Yeah, and literally, but he got his soul back and went public here on the air with 9/11 Truth.
Great.
Billy, anything else?
Yeah, just one last question, and I want to plug a charity. But what advice do you have to, like, for you broke into the mainstream, so people knew your name. So, I mean, you could sell, like, the alternative music. See, like, I haven't broken in yet. So what advice would you have for me to try to break it into the mainstream and then go independent, or try to go independent and then just, like, promote myself as much as possible? Like, what would you say?
Well, if you go into a major, what they do is they hold you up for many, 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 many years, like they did with me. They don't let you record with anyone else. They don't let you release your music. You're not free to do that. It takes, years and years and years to get out of the slavery of that
put
situation.
your music out for free on the internet, and if it's good, you will have success. So many people I'm not saying you're saying this, but they want instant success. I mean, I worked for free in radio the first few years. Then I got $200 a week. Then I got $400 a week. And then I started, my own films and things. But the first few years, I literally, had to go have other jobs, working at an auto parts store or whatever. And then I hire these college kids and people, young adults, and they should be full-grown adults at 20-something, but they have this sense of entitlement. And this sense, and ma'am, I appreciate your call, that everything should just happen instantly overnight. No, you have to believe in yourself and continue to persevere, and you got to have talent.
Right. And you got to be true to yourself. If you start making music for other people, or to break into the mainstream as your goal, you're going to be miserable. And your music's not going to be that
Yeah, just
great,
love your work. Plus, being successful is actually nightmarish, so maybe you don't want that. Let's go ahead and talk to Stan in Missouri. Stan, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hello, Aimee. What type of songs you mostly sing about?
Mostly, I've spent a lot of years screaming about political, our rights, basically. But this particular record is, especially after my assault, is more of an introspective, spiritual journey. Reggae makes me happy, and it's a spiritual journey. This album.
Did you hear the clip earlier about the Private Federal Reserve, the CIA, the New World Order? I mean, that's the kind of stuff she's and millions and millions of views, and I've been very, very successful. But go ahead.
Do you sing anything about pro-guns, Aimee? Anything about the gun culture, anything like that?
I do have a song. Yeah, I do have a song on the record actually about that. But yeah,
Because
briefly,
right now
I don't have a whole song about it. But all of my work is part of me in it. So yes, I believe in.
Right now, the gun culture is a big issue, Aimee. Right now, in the small town of Versailles, Missouri, that's where Dave and Joyce Raleigh have their Power Hour show. A friend of mine told me last night, he called me and said the teachers in Versailles school are teaching the kids that guns are bad and making them write essays on it in their classwork now, and then they're telling it's bad for them kids to hunt and mom and dad to go out and hunt.
No, the public schools, when you put your children in school, you lose them. And most of the major private schools follow the same curricula. They teach you your parents are bad. I mean, I have Time magazine for kids saying your parents are stupid and backwards. You're going to take a chip. You're cool. I mean, that's almost a quote. That's paraphrasing. And it's there to brainwash. College is the same thing. It doesn't matter what class it is. You are paying to be lied to and be brainwashed by a bunch of government-funded parasites on average. And you
can't homeschool them now. So
yeah, now
it's illegal
all over. They're trying to claim it's illegal, ordering people to put their kids in public schools. I mean, it's all happening. Stan, that's outrageous. Get me some documentation on them. I know it's going on, but even there in small town Missouri. Thank you. Anthony in New York, you're on the air. Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, I was just wondering what are Aimee's favorite bands right now, and she was talking about how her mom sort of woke her up or talked to her about the New World Order when she was younger. I was just wondering how her mother woke up and how she sort of took the red pill. I'll take my answer off there. Thanks, guys.
I don't know how my mom. I don't know how my mom did actually. I have to ask her that. I don't know. She just always been that way. But I'll find that out. What was the other question?
He was just asking.
What bands I listen to.
Yeah.
Music, since it's my job and it's what I do, and I do it all day, every day. When I have a free moment, I listen to Alex, or I listen to George Norrie on Coast to Coast AM, and I read a lot. So I'm not.
You read? I'm surprised reading isn't in this document. It says community service means you're a terrorist. If it's not for Obama, you read, folks. We got one that can read. Are you violent?
Total terrorist.
Whoa, hold on a minute. I got something for you to read right here. You know, you get arrested sometimes having one of these. You know what this is? A pocket constitution?
Yeah. Paraphernalia. Propaganda.
That's right. That's what they call it. This is paraphernalia. We had a private detective on a few days ago where they pulled him over and he had one of these and they just said, buddy, you're going to jail. And they were like, having this doesn't go good for you, boy.
So
he even knows how to read it.
My friend, actually, amazing you brought that up. My friend, my co-producer on this album, got pulled over by the police, and he had a Bible on his front seat. In Indiana. He had a Bible, and the guy said, "What are you doing with that?" And he said, "It's a Bible. My mom gave it to me." And he goes, "Yeah, anyone having a Bible in their car, there's probably a gun. Do you have any guns on you?" And he goes, "What? I have a Bible. No, I don't have any guns on me." And he's like, "Yeah, well, you just don't seem like you can be trusted." And started giving him a hard time. He was just absolutely shocked. And I was like,
where did this happen?
In Indiana.
Okay, well, you see, this is what happens. I get on air and people say I exaggerate. It's the opposite. We broke the MIAC report last week. It's all over CNN, Fox, Rush Limbaugh. Of course, none of them getting his credit. AP, everywhere. And then just sitting here, I start remembering, wait a minute, remember in San Francisco, the feds put out a report? It broke in San Francisco. It was nationwide 4 years ago. And it said if they have a road atlas, which my car has, as if you're going to have a road atlas on the road, that they sell in gas stations and truck stops, that's a sign you're a terrorist. Cell phones, blue jeans. I've got the Texas report coming in here that's even worse than the MIAC report. And see, I'm on air not even trying to demonize them. It's many times worse than I can even cover because we've got all these reports, and I've seen reports where it says if they have a Bible. So see, and then there was another report in the Associated Press about it right after 9/11. It was like a woman with a baby carriage, maybe Al Qaeda. No, I'm not kidding. And they're going to have neighborhood watch groups. Folks,